everybody. Welcome back to our podcast CAF segment with LoveLoudd. But we have a special guest here with us. We're so excited to talk about dance life and all the things that goes with it with my sis, Sheera. Okay. now I feel like I want her to tell us who she is. Like, it's just so many things that's going on in my head about all the things that you do. Like, I remember when you had like the regular amount of followers on Instagram, and now you just like do everything with YouTube. And it's like, okay, I know it's not the overnight thing, but it's just like, wow, like you've talked these things into existence, and I'm so proud of you. So just seeing you do all the things that you do, which we'll get into with the people that's watching, we had to have you on as a guest for our show. So thank you for agreeing to podcast with us, and let the people know, like, how would you introduce yourself if given the mic? You have the mic now, sweetheart.
Thank you. First, I would like to thank you guys for inviting me to your podcast. You guys are amazing. You're doing great things, and I'm honored that you guys thought of me. And I would like to introduce myself as first a child of God, but I'm also a professional dancer for celebrities, an influencer, and a business owner and content creator.
Yes, business owner, content creator. I love that. I love that you started with the child of God. That's the person that blesses you with all the gifts you have, and you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for, God. Yeah, shout out to that and remembering who you are in that. So at what age did you figure out that dance was life?
Okay, so I've literally been dancing since a toddler, but I have a little short story. So when my mom was pregnant, she was told that she was having twins. Yaya, you may not know this story. I know you probably don't, but she was told that she was having twins. So originally I was supposed to have a twin brother, but somewhere along the line, unfortunately, he passed, and it was just me. So when she went to go have an ultrasound, they were telling her that your baby is so happy, like your baby will not stop moving. And she was like, oh wow. And it was like, we cannot even get a clear picture because she's bouncing around. So ever since then, my mama knew. She was just like, okay, like, this is a happy child, but she didn't really know like where it was going. So ever since then, I came out, music, I hear it, I'm jumping.
Oh my God. So cute.
I just knew since then that I love to dance. I didn't know that I'd be reaching a certain pinnacle with it, but I just knew that I love to dance.
Yeah, that's awesome. So that answers the question because, when we think about children dancers or modelers, actors, sometimes we wonder, like, did the parent force the kid to do this, or was this a true passion that the parents saw? Like, my kid is always looking at music videos and trying to mimic it. Let me put her into dance. So that was a perfect way to answer the next question that we had, wondering how did you get into this? Did you actually have dance class? I mean, I feel like I'm asking questions that I know, but like, what was your journey to get to the expertise that you're at right now?
Okay, so definitely, I wasn't forced into it. Both of my parents, they helped out a lot. They were actually the first people to see my potential and say, okay, we need to pour into this. We need to put her in classes. So I actually started out with taking like dance classes. Well, really, I started out doing talent shows. So I really taught myself how to do everything. And then along the way, my parents was like, okay, let's put you in this class. Let's go to this agency. And I just kind of kept going, just kept doing it, and it became something bigger. I believe in about 2008 or between 2007 and 2008, I did the Apollo Theater. So I learned a lot from that and what I need, comm cards and all that type of stuff. So yeah.
So being a professional dancer.
Right. So I know that you've been in, before when we were talking, you said that you were influenced by different people around you. Who would you say was your greatest influence? Like, what, aside from you, since you were a fetus, right? Fetus?
Yeah.
Right. Aside from, that being like you know, just something that's within you, was there a superstar or somebody in your family that made you say, okay, yeah, I want to go like beyond toddler years? This is like, dance is actually something that I really want to do. Or, you know, somebody that you saw who was basically like your role model.
Really, to be honest, okay, I started out admiring Beyonce.
Yeah.
So I thought that Beyonce was the one all be all, which she still is. But, you know, new people come in and there's new talent and everything. But Beyonce was my first inspiration. I thought I was Beyonce. Even if you go on my old YouTube channel, I have embarrassing videos of me pretending to be her and mimicking her dance moves. But somewhere along the line, I became very inspired by just beautiful Black women in music videos. And I was like, wow, I can do that. And they're doing all this hard choreo and just moving so much energy. I'm like, wow, that's real Black girl magic. I want to do that. I was introduced to the opportunity by people that I met through school and dance classes and a band. And I didn't know that I could really achieve it. And sooner or later, I did.
Yeah. That's what's up. Yeah, right. Look at me now.
Yes.
Getting paper and dancing. Okay, so the next question that I wanted to know is background story. This year you have been on Netflix with your dance team from school. You've been in Just Around music video. You just performed at the Hot 97. What's it called? Summer Jam. Summer Jam.
Summer Jam.
You're doing so many things, and then you've been in other videos as well. What would you say like your greatest moment was, or like, wow, like this is me, I'm really doing this kind of situation?
Most recently to date, my most recent feeling of being like, wow, is Summer Jam, because I was surrounded by so many celebrities at once. Like even when I did the Busta Rhymes gig that I had the opportunity to be in his dance video. It wasn't too much of an up close and personal experience. It was more so like, okay, the dances are in this section of the video. You did your part and go eat, do this. But Summer Jam was like, you could walk up to a celebrity, you could shake their hand, you're backstage with them, they're walking past you, they're going next before you going after them. So that was like a wow, like I'm really surrounded by greatness. That means I'm somewhere near where I need to be.
Yeah.
So that was that wow moment for me.
Dang. The thing it seems like is like untouchable. Like, you know, being able to be in that experience. And I feel like there's probably somebody who's around our age or maybe younger that's watching right now. What would you say to them regarding getting to, even not where you are right now, but starting? Because some people may not have money, which they might think, I need money to get an agent, or I need to have this perfected before I even go there. So what kind of advice would you give to anybody?
That is a very good question. Yes, even excuse me, even you asking that question, there's so many things running through my mind, because I'm like, wow, I wish I knew what I knew now when I was little. Yeah. But I would definitely first tell anyone who's trying to achieve anything or follow their dreams, I would tell them that you set your own value. So just because someone gives you a no or something doesn't work out doesn't mean that it devalues you. You set your own value. So whatever you want to do or whatever you think that you are in your head is what's going to be your value. So you put forth to the table who you are and you just give it your all. Don't compare yourself to anyone. Comparison is the thief of all joy. Okay. Everyone has their own special spark that they bring to the table. So I would definitely tell that person, stick to what you're doing, be on the swivel, keep your head focused, and just bring what you have to the table. Never stop. Period.
Because I can only imagine how hard it could be to like constantly thinking like, okay, this is what I want to do, but I'm nervous because of X, Y, Z, or right. I don't think I'm good enough because of X, Y, Z, or I didn't get the goals. That means, damn, am I really supposed to do this? Mm-hmm. Right. What keeps you pressing forward in moments where you have felt like giving up?
You said what was the moment where I had to press forward?
It could be a moment or what keeps you pressing forward in general when you do.
Okay.
Or if somebody tells you no, what's that consistency, that battery in your back that's saying, I can't quit?
Well, one thing that I always remember is that what God has for me is for me. So whatever does not work out is for my good. So I just remember, hey, you don't know what that situation or what that no was protecting you from or what's better to come. So I always don't take it as a defeating moment. I just say, all right, we about to push harder. It did not work out for a reason, and the future is bright. Yeah. I just keep believing in myself. The future is bright. Keep going. Like Tyra Banks got so many no's. She always tells her story like, this person knocked me down. This person said I couldn't model. I didn't make this interview. They didn't want me in a photo shoot. And look at her now. People always mention her, even Naomi Campbell. So I just keep going.
Come on, drop them gems, honey, okay? I'll always be meant for you. You better let them know. No.
For real. So we like to ask people like you with talents, what would be your mama I made it situation or gig that you would have? Whether it's working with an artist or it's something that you have on your own, what would like you crying on the phone, like snot coming out your nose, talking to your mom, like, I made it, I did it, mom. Like, I could quit now. Like, this is your goal.
Yes, definitely. I would say my mama I made it opportunity. Okay, so y'all, you know how we all have our own little celebrity crushes or people that we just love. When we see them, we hear their music.
Yeah.
For me, it's out of 3 people. I most recently fell in love with NLE Choppa. When I see him at Summer Jams, I was like, oh, I gotta be one of his backup dancers one day. So we'll be dancing for either NLE Choppa, Little Baby, or DaBaby. Despite only business-wise, despite what they had going on in the media and their own personal views, but business-wise, I would love to work with any of those 3. If I was to touch the stage with any of those 3, I would be like, Ma, let's book a trip.
Just don't faint when you get that opportunity. It's gonna come. You just speak it, and then every time somebody plays this episode over and over, you're speaking it over and over and over again.
Doing the damn thing. I did say right, and look what happens. Yeah, it's gonna happen for you. It's gonna happen. Matter of fact, you got all 3. Let's say all 3.
Yeah,
all 3.
All the babies.
All the babies.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I'm proud of you. Like I said, all the growth that you've done, whether it be dance, whether it be the content creation, your business, you're doing an amazing job. And I just like, well, dang, like the Sheera stay booked and busy, but that's a great thing. And it's, you know, like we've had conversation before where you talk about things and where you want your content to go, and then now you're like getting deals with certain companies, and I continue to see you blossom. I'm just amazed, and I love, you know, everything that you're doing. So just keep pushing forward.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you, ladies. I appreciate it.
I do also want to ask too, because you said you're also a content creator. So when it comes to like creating the ideas that you want to display to the world, like what's your thought process in regards to, I'm gonna do this, or I want to do this, I gotta showcase this. Like, how do you decide the content that you want to showcase?
Okay, so there's 2 ways that I do that. One of them is the spur of the moment way. So I literally have an idea out of nowhere. I'm walking down the street, I think of something or I see something. That's my spur of the moment idea. And then number 2, my parents. My mom, she's the most, she doesn't seem like it, but she comes up with the most banging ideas. And she's like, you need to do this. I'm like, all right. Or my dad, he just, yes. My dad, he just most recently started like getting in tune with my content creating because he's so used to me just dancing. So when I tell him about YouTube or Instagram Reels, he's like, oh, what's that? Or what's that? He doesn't really understand. But now that I do like vlogs and things with him, I have him on the camera more often. So now he's like, okay, when's the next video coming out? So he's more in tune with it. But yeah, those are the only 2 ways. There's actually another way. I also try to keep up with the trends because I know once you jump on like things that are trending at the moment, it could really push you. Because sometimes social media like to block your stuff.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta hop on the trending stuff while it's trending.
Right.
And just yeah.
Yes. Well, keep doing the damn thing, girl. I always see when Yaya repost your stuff, she's like so excited for you. And I'm like, oh, she's gonna get it. I see it. Like, good. She does have some really great content, y'all. Y'all should definitely follow.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Please, before you go, you have to let the people know where they can find you, all the dancing, all the beautiful content that you create. Let them know where they can find you at.
Yes, you guys can find me on Instagram at ITS_SHEERA. That is at its_Sheera. And I also have a YouTube channel. It is ITS, a space, and then Sheera.
All right, yes. We're gonna also put that below, as always, in our description so that y'all can have that, and make sure y'all go ahead and follow and subscribe.
I was gonna say that.
So y'all, right, so y'all never miss out on what Miss Sheera got going on in her dance world, okay?
Well, thank you so much, Sheera. Before we go, is there anything else that you want to share with the people?
I would like to share that never give up on your dreams, and don't compare yourself to anyone. Even if you have doubt in your heart, if you have a feeling that you want to do something, go ahead and do it. Don't wait. I don't care if it's somebody else with the same business, the same idea. Listen, we got so many different people selling the same Fashion Nova pants, the same eggs in different cartons. You better do what you want to do. So don't let anything defeat you. Don't let your mind stir you the wrong way. Follow your heart and just keep doing what you want to do.
Follow your heart.
Yes,
absolutely.
Clink, clink to that.
You want to clink to? Let's go ahead. Follow your heart.
Okay, don't forget about me.
Yes. But thank you so much, Sheera. Everyone, if you're listening, make sure you follow, like, and subscribe. Hit that little bell so you get all the notifications. She posts great content, and stay posted. She has great things coming up. So
absolutely,
you heard it here first, okay?
Right, heard it here first on the Truth Card.
Yeah. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you. Until next time.